Building a multi-million-dollar company doesn't mean you have to kill yourself while you're doing it. These are the 3 things that I teach people that are struggling with scaling that helps them overcome this and resets their frame. The last one is probably the most important. You know, I had a friend of mine, Rachel, she read my book, Buy Back Your Time, and she literally tripled her revenue, doubled her profit, and that was exciting for her, but she wanted to cap her success. I don't want it to get too big. I think I'm gonna get it to a place where it's manageable. And what I wanna do is unpack these specific strategies that I shared with her that allowed her to see the flaw in her thinking. Because some people get scared by the word empire. The subtitle of my book is Get Unstuck, Reclaim Your Freedom, and Build Your Empire. Now, in my world, an empire is a life of unlimited creation you never have to retire from. That's what I want to share with you. The process, the thinking behind it, so that you can apply that and not cap yourself. Don't self-impose yourself from success because you have this belief about fear of how hard it's going to be. Unlock the chains that you're holding back in your mind so that you can create even more. Let's get into it. Number 1 is the buyback loop. When entrepreneurs experience pain, they won't grow into it. If I held a knife to your neck and I said, step forward, your body wouldn't let you step forward into the knife. So in those moments, I teach the buyback loop. When you run into a problem, say, audit your time and energy, transfer the things that are sucking your energy that are low cost to somebody else. You can delegate or you can hire somebody or you can go out task it part-time, and then fill it with things that light you up. See, my client Rachel got a bit of that and then immediately had a huge win and started to feel nervous that if it kept growing, it would grow beyond her capacity. But what she forgot is that if you keep doing the audit, transfer, fill, buyback loop, that it'd be nearly impossible for that to happen, because the bigger you grow, the more things get taken out of your calendar. And that's why I think it's such a big idea. The more you grow, the more time you get back, and not the other way around. Number 2 is replacing yourself. Think about this. If you are the number 1 provider in your family and something happens to you, there's nobody else that's gonna show up. And the lifestyle that you've provided for the people around you, for the folks that you love, that depend on you, goes away. I even think about my team. It's like, I don't want the company to be dependent on me to grow. I don't want my team to have to go find new jobs because I didn't set it up right. It's getting to a place where the business will produce revenue, whether you're in it or not. And if you're in it, that's fun, it's additive, it's not required. And that is a beautiful place to get that I want for every entrepreneur, because that is a life of unlimited creation that you never have to retire from. Number 3 is building an empire. Most people think, like, I'm gonna work, I'm gonna save money, and I'm gonna invest, and eventually I'm gonna retire. Some people set goals, I wanna retire by 35, others I wanna retire by 40, some of them it's 55. It doesn't matter what it is. Let me share this. Retirement was a concept to get old people out of the workforce to make space for younger people back in the 1920s. I always ask myself this question: what if retiring wasn't an option? Think of that question. If you had to work, what would you change? I'm not saying you have to work 9 to 5, but wouldn't you want to wake up every day and collaborate and create with people that you enjoy working with, that you could pour into? You know, recently I went on a vacation with 7 other family and 20 kids on a super yacht in Croatia. Every person on that boat are folks that I've either worked with, they're colleagues of mine, or I coach. If that's considered work, sign me up every week of the year. And that's what I want to invite you to consider, is that if you had to work for the rest of your life, and you wanted to build your version of an empire, and you had to never retire, what would you change? What are the priorities? What are the meetings you would stop doing? What are the people you would stop being in business with? Where would you spend time? What city would you want to live in? I moved to a place where most people retire to, because why would I have to wait? Why not live in the place where most people retire from and figure out how to change your business life to make that happen? That is my invitation for you. Build an empire. Don't be scared of the word. Tell people, I want to build an empire, because an empire is a life of unlimited creation you never have to retire from.